What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. Now, let's just jump right into this because there's a lot to cover with this story, guys. Let's see what is the media manufactured BS story of the day. That would be the story of Jason Aldean, the country singer who's causing a little bit of a controversy because of his song and music video for his song entitled Try That in a Small Town. I believe it is. All right, now the reason why I'm talking about this is because I recently found out that the NAACP has jumped into this story. And you guys know that I love pointing out the hypocrisy of the NAACP. Just did a video on them a couple of months ago where they had named Florida as a state that is unsafe for black people to travel to. Now, let's see what they're talking about here, guys. I got this story from TMZ, and we're going to read some of it here. All right, it says, Jason Aldean has been slammed by the NAACP in Tennessee over small town video. Now, Jason Aldean's hit song and its accompanying music video about small towns in America is sparking a huge debate across the country. And now, the NAACP is joining the convo. The Tennessee chapter of the Civil Rights Organization is strongly condemning the country singer. President Gloria Sweet Love tells us Jason's tone, his message, and the imagery he's using, hold up, this thing is going to be one of those that jump around, are all deeply offensive to people of color, especially black people. It's offensive to black people. They're black and they're offended, and it's offensive to black people. Sweet Love says the Tennessee State Conference NAACP as an organization finds the song/music video for Try That in a Small Town awful and racist. She adds, in their eyes, the lyrics are bad enough, but Alden's adding insult to injury by filming the video in front of the Maury County Courthouse in Columbia, Tennessee, where a black man was lynched just last week. No, it wasn't just last week. It was in 1927. 1927, guys. We're talking about 100 years ago minus 4. 96 years ago, a black man was lynched in front of this courthouse. Okay, making matters worse, Gloria Sweet Love says the KKK has recently been hanging flyers in that town as well, and Aldean's project is only adding unneeded fuel to a fire. Sweet Love goes on to say that she believes Aldean's track is clearly promoting racism and violence, adding Tennessee doesn't need that. Instead, she says the focus of artists should be uniting people and protecting their children and communities. As we've reported at our TMZ, it's saying, J.A., that would be Jason Aldean himself, has vehemently denied promoting any racism or violence in the song and says it only reflects the community that he's familiar with, not to mention sentiments he says people know that he knows share. In other words, he ain't taking back anything. Now, CMT, the country music television station, has already yanked the song/video from rotation, and Sweet Love says TN's NAACP chapter appreciates that gesture, telling us it was the right move for all things considered. Okay, guys. That's all I'm going to read of that particular thing, okay? But I just want to point something else out before we go any further with this, okay? Because they're talking about the lyrics are especially awful and racist. Let's break down the lyrics of this thing. I'm not going to play a clip because you know the kind of operation I run here. I keep myself very safe, where I'm not going to be open to getting cited and copyrighted infractions and all of that stuff. So anyway, here go the lyrics to Try That in a Small Town. It says here, sucker punch somebody on a sidewalk, carjack an old lady at a red light, pull a gun on the owner of a liquor store. You think it's cool? Well, act a fool if you like. Cuss out a cop, spit in his face, stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think you're tough. Well, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here, we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't try that in a small town. Got a gun that my granddad gave me. They say one day they're gonna round up. Well, that shit might fly in the city. Good luck. Try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here, we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't try that in a small town. Full of good old boys, raised up right. If you're looking for a fight, try that in a small town. Try that in a small town. Try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here, we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't try that in a small town. Try that in a small town. Ooh, ooh, try that in a small town. All right. Well, there you go with that. Those are the lyrics, guys. Now, ask me, I don't see what's racist about that at all. It's not like they say, we're going to come to your town and we're going to whoop your ass. They're not saying anything like that. They're basically saying, in the defining line of this song that I really, really love is, round here, we take care of our own. I like that. Around here, we take care of our own. That means this is where we are. We know each other, we value each other, and we're going to take care of one another. All right, so I don't have any issues with this song. I don't see where it's racist. In fact, it's just the opposite. All right, actually, there's another angle that I want to take with this, but I want to take it in a minute. Okay, just give me a second here. I want to first read the statement from Jason Aldean himself, okay? You want to hear the words of the man himself, because we here believe in being fair and balanced and comprehensive. So, Jason Aldean says on Instagram, in the past 24 hours, I've been accused of releasing a pro-lynching song, a song that has been out since May, mind you. Okay, why are people getting so riled up about this now? It's because what I've always said. People wait for the media to tell them what the next outrage is going to be. All right. So even though the song has been out since May, the media says, Simon says, be offended. Now everybody's going to be offended. The NAACP. What a freaking joke. Okay. All they're going to do is increase record sales. I should get it myself, because I can tell you one thing. I don't like this song, but I love it. Okay. So anyway. Okay, in the past 24 hours, I've been accused of releasing a pro-lynching song, a song that's been out since May, and was subject to the comparison that I, direct quote, was not too pleased with the nationwide BLM protests. These references are not only meritless, but dangerous. There is not a single lyric in the song that references race or points to it, and there isn't a single video clip that isn't real news footage. And while I can try and respect others to have their own interpretation of a song with music, this one goes too far. By the way, I'll be putting the link in the pinned comment below so you can see the video yourself. As many pointed out, I was present at Route 91, where so many lost their lives. I think it was a mass shooting. And our community recently suffered another heartbreaking tragedy. No one, including me, wants to continue to see senseless headlines or families ripped apart. Try that in a small town for me refers to the feeling of a community that I had growing up, where we took care of our neighbors, regardless of differences or background or belief, because they were our neighbors, and that was above any differences. My political views have never been something I've hidden from, and I know that a lot of us in this country don't agree on how we get back to a sense of normalcy where we go at least a day without a headline that keeps us up at night. But the desire for it, too, is what this song is about. Okay, now, there it is. That's your statement on Instagram from Jason Aldean. And I should point out, too, that this song, I don't believe was written by Jason Aldean. It was written by 4 other songwriters. If you look up the lyrics, you see that he's not credited with writing this song. He's performing this song. All right. So anyway, guys, I just want to point a couple more things out here about this. OK, even if you believe that the song is racist, and just for full disclosure, I will say that this is not Jason Aldean's first controversy. I believe in 2015, he was cited for being at a party in blackface dressed as rapper Lil Wayne, who to me is a rapper in blackface. Lil Wayne is not real. He is some type of like crazy minstrel show, if you ask me. But anyway, He caused controversy because he dressed up at a party as Lil Wayne in blackface with dreads, okay? So I want to just put that out there in the interest of full disclosure, not because it's relevant to this necessarily, but because I know that there will be some people who will come into the comment section and point it out to me like I don't know that. Of course, I know that, okay? So moving on, because I really don't feel it's relevant to this particular story, even if you do want to put a racial spin on this, let me ask you something, Gloria, sweet love. The NAACP, they do such a great job at being offended. Let me ask you something, all right? Is the problem that this man is talking about taking care of his own, his community, the people inside of his community? Is that the problem? Or is the problem that we don't do that as black people in our pop culture? All right, the most popular culture when it comes to music in the black community is probably rap music, right? Rap music has made a name for talking about and boosting up the areas where the most people are getting killed or being the victims of crimes. You can just count on like so many different hands how many songs we've had throughout the years where we're boosting about or boasting about our community, so-called community, whether it's Bucktown, whether it's Crooklyn, whether it's Shaolin, whether it's Chirac. It's a thing of pride that where we come from is crime ridden. It's the nigga, I'm from the murder capital of the world, straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube, from the gang called Niggas with Attitudes. When I'm called off, I get a sawed off, squeeze the trigger and bodies are hauled off. No disrespect to NWA, I listened to them growing up, all right? But this is a matter of fact. Our culture is soaked in not protecting our neighborhoods, in not respecting one another and victimizing one another. We love that shit. We brag about it. That's where I'm from. I'm from the projects, nigga. Didn't you know that? That's what we're about. So, NAACP, what's the most racist? Somebody talking about how they're going to protect their community? Or someone talking about how they're going to victimize and terrorize their community? Maybe we should try that, but you don't see Gloria Sweetlove making any statements about that. You don't see the NAACP making any statements about that when so many people are out here dying in the streets every single day, all day. Women, children, dogs, cats, everything. But you're going to get upset about this man singing a song about around here, we take care of our own. We protect one another. We look out for one another. You show me the song in our pop culture where we talk like that, where we talk about protecting our own and taking care of one another. I haven't heard it so much in years. You might have heard it in some 80s, maybe early 90s rap. But that's not what's glorified, generally speaking. We glorify our criminals. We glorify our drug dealers. We glorify our violent actors in this community. The pimps, the hoes, all of it. So if you're gonna be offended by something, you clown-ass mother effers, NAACP, why don't you try being offended by what goes on in our own community's National Association for Colored People, Gloria Sweetlove? Why don't you try that? And don't be so freaking quick to always be up white people's asses. This is what I'm always talking about. You can't get through to black people. Too many of them, not all of them. But you can't get through to them. They're so preoccupied, so unhealthily obsessed with white people that they look past our own backyard. You don't get respect that you don't earn. Got me tearing shit down in here, guys. But I was on fire when I heard about this. Let that man sing his song about protecting where he comes from. He's doing what he's supposed to do. The question is, why aren't we? That's the question. Why are some of you going to get into my comment section and tell me there's something wrong with me? I've seen dead children in the streets. I've seen dead babies with their heads opened up from gunshots in their own community. I told you I come from a law enforcement family. That means I've seen crime photos. I've seen what we do to one another. But you want to be offended by this? Oh, he shot the video in front of a courthouse 100 years ago where a black man was lynched. You know how many music videos are shot on corners where black people are being killed every single day? Nobody's saying anything about that every single day. It's okay, we're going to put up a mural. make everybody feel good, spill out some shit, spill out some liquor. It's the hypocrisy that kills me, guys. It's the hypocrisy that tears the heart out of me. Don't tell me anything about some country singer who's singing about something. Where's the racism in those lyrics? I read the lyrics to you. Where's the racism in it? Point it to me. Cite it. Put it in the comment section. Tell me where the racism is. We're talking about virtue, protecting where you come from. You can fucking learn something from this song. All right, guys, the video is going long, so you guys can get in the comment section and tell me. Bring me all the bullshit. Let me know. All right? I am tired, sick and tired, but not that tired that I can't whoop your ass over this. NAACP, Gloria Sweet Love, sit your ass down. Get in the comment section and let me know how you feel about this, guys. As always, I thank you for watching. I thank you for listening. I thank you for your support. This is what YouTube is afraid of. Mute my channel some more. I ain't gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna talk the truth as I see it each and every time. Thank you, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Super thanks. See you in the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.